Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing very well. So in today's video I'm here to bring some more negativity to my channel, but not in the way it has been recently. I am basically be putting on a full face of makeup that doesn't really work for me, and this is like a normal disclaimer that everyone always does obviously, but these products don't work for me, I guess for a reason. But if they work for you, then I'm so happy. Continue to use them please, because if they work for you then that's amazing. I have nothing against these brands. Obviously most of these brands are like fantastic at what they do. They're some of my favorite products from these brands. It's just these ones in particular that just do not work for me. And yeah, there's just ones that I've tried so many times on my channel and I just can't get to grasp with them. So we're going to start off with primer, and we are going to be talking about the Professional by Benefit, and I have used this on my channel a few times and I still say the same thing every time. It doesn't do anything for me. It is a favorite of a lot of people, and okay, that's fine, but I think for me Benefit are such a hit or miss brand because a lot of their products are very overpriced in my opinion. Like I feel like a lot of things that they come out with are very same. Like I've seen like a few of their eyeshadow palettes and I'm just like, what is that? Like I think they just have like neutral tones and everything, and I have used a few products by them. Like obviously they're mostly known for their eyebrow products and of course their Hoola bronzers, and I really want that cookie highlighter, but does it really need to be £30 if the box is like that big? Honestly, I'm not even joking. I went looking for it the other day and then I saw the price and I was like, I'm okay. I'm really fine, I don't need it that much. But honestly, when it comes to this brand, I'm very like here and there about it. I do have another one of their products that I'm going to use afterwards, but I feel like with this primer it is really softening, but it just doesn't do anything to my pores. Yeah, I know they have like the Pearl primer as well, which I think is like a pink tone. I tried that a while ago, again didn't do much for me. This is like not a sample size, but it's like the smallest size, but again this is still quite expensive. I think I got this part of maybe a Christmas set, I can't remember, but it's just nothing special. So let's go on to foundation, and this is definitely one that I just do not really like, and it's the Kiko Born to Last foundation. I use this in a video I did yesterday, which will be obviously the one before this one, which I didn't use on camera, but when I used it I was like, I look like a fucking ghost. This is honestly like, this is Ivory like 01, and I know Ivory shade is meant to be like the lightest, but honestly this made me look insanely like pale. And maybe if I go for another shade possibly, but when I've used it to kind of just put on any time, just doesn't work. Even in my initial review for this foundation I was like, I don't think I really like this, but I always like to give things multiple goes because I want to see if they work under different kind of environments on my face really. So obviously that always depends on the base that I put down. I don't know how pale this is looking right now outside the lighting. Obviously I always use natural light, but it's looking alright. The coverage is not that great. I don't know how they would kind of like say that this lasts for 24 hours if it can't even last 5 minutes on my skin, to be honest, and I am quite a combination type skin person, if that makes any sense. But it doesn't do much to kind of cover up my redness. Let me get my mirror so I can have a closer look, to be honest. Yeah, it's just really kind of patchy, and I did a review of like a full face of Kiko makeup because I always wanted to try more of their products, because some of their products are fantastic. Like their wet eyeshadows are insane, like the pigmentation on them are amazing. And I actually do have another of their product later, so yeah, we'll see how that one works. But yeah, I just don't think this foundation is very good. It just hasn't done anything. Yeah, it's a bit weird. I've just got another pump, so I'm gonna see if it will do anything. I just don't want to take this on because obviously if you put on multiple layers it will just look horrible, and I feel like if the foundation is going to be good enough it should be at least one layer, but this is just making my skin look just hyper kind of pigmented, and my pores are like shooting out, like it's crazy. I'm just gonna try and match it on the other side, but again, even if I haven't put on a crazy amount, it still feels like I have way too much on, but it hasn't done anything for coverage. The primer again hasn't really done anything for me. You can see that it's all poking out. It just, yeah, it's kind of like sticking to dry patches and just not moving. So that is not what I want, because I mean it's getting towards autumn now, but then my makeup really shouldn't be melting off, but it will look like this, and I can't deal with that. So let's go on to powder before I have like a mental breakdown with this foundation on my face. I'm going in with the Body Collection translucent setting powder. I don't think I had a setting powder that I didn't really like, so I picked up this one and I was like, this is okay. It's just a setting powder that cost maybe £2.50. Yeah, I never have any issues with setting powders. Like I don't think setting powders do anything offensive towards me, so I was just like, yeah, I'll just use this because it's air. Like Body Collection are a really cheap, affordable brand that have some interesting products, but I didn't like their foundation because it was so orange on me. And even if I tried to use a lighter, like lightning drops, it didn't do anything. It still made me look quite orange. But yeah, so far we are not looking so hot. But that's probably, I'm expecting to not look so great in this video because they're products that don't work for me. So I'm going to expect the worst. And then now go on to blush. We're going into the Technic matte blush. And again, I think this was about £2.50. And I got this from Wilkinson's as well. I just don't think this is just anything special. I am a big blush fan, and I don't think this really kind of gives me the glow that I need. That doesn't necessarily make it a bad blush, but it just, I wouldn't purchase it again when I run out of it. And the only reason that I kind of do videos like this is because I don't throw these products away, because I spend my money on them, and there's no reason for me to, I mean, there's reasons for me to get rid of them because I don't like them or don't really use them. But for example, I spent what, £8-9 on this, and then even though, okay, they're like a couple of pounds, but it's still a couple of pounds that I could have used towards a product I like, but I don't know that I like them until I try them. So of course we have to like test these things out. And when it comes to highlighter, this one I'm very hit and miss about. It's the Revolution, like I Heart Revolution Beauty and the Beast highlighter. I kind of regret buying this just because in the eyeshadow palette there are blushes and highlighters which are really nice. So if I had kind of not rushed so much to purchase this, I would have realised that the palette came with a blush and highlighter, and I would have saved myself £8. Even though the packaging is stunning, because Beauty and the Beast is my favourite Disney movie, and it's an okay highlighter. I don't think it gives me that amazing glow that any other Revolution highlighter does, and it has so much fallout. Like I literally just dipped in my brush and it is just, it's too much. I'm trying to tap off any excess without making a mess, and the way it goes on my skin, it just doesn't look like anything. It just looks like powder and it just disappears. So I'm not really happy with this at all, but I keep it because the packaging is nice and because I spent £8 on it. So yeah, everything is looking so bad. It's okay, it's a good thing I'm going to take this off afterwards. I mean, for me it's Friday, so I'm doing this after work and I'm just wanting to relax. So I thought I would film, even though I'm filming a makeup look that's going to look so bad. But yeah, we're just going to keep on going. So let's go on to the eyes now. And I did mention that one of the Kiko products I'll be using again is this, but I also have my Nars Orgasm eyeshadow palette. I'll show you both of them. I just really regret buying either of these. So like I mentioned, when I was doing the full face, I haven't really used Kiko eyeshadows before, apart from the water activated eyeshadow. But then I picked this up, and I don't know what brought me to buy this, because it's like the most boring color story in the whole world. Yeah, I think it cost about £3 or £4. That's probably why I bought it. It's an okay palette, to be honest. It can be a bit patchy when it comes to the matte shades, but honestly I can't do much with this palette, so I kind of regret buying this. And then with this palette, right, I have wanted to love Nars for so long because their makeup just looks really appealing, and I think it's like the packaging and the way that they do their marketing, so that means they're doing a really good job at like promoting themselves. But when I try their products, they're just not as great as I kind of hope they are. And I had wanted this palette for ages. Didn't realise how small it was. It really is a mini Orgasm, honestly. Let me see what I can hold it towards to like. It's kind of like, yeah, if you get this small primer, it's like smaller than that. Even it's the same size, and it's tiny as hell. And when I use this, the eyeshadow is just not very good. There's one matte shade, and then there's 5 shimmers, which isn't the end of the world, but that matte shade, which is meant to be like your main transition shade, is really patchy and really just not very good. And so I was like, you know what, I do regret buying this. But that shimmer just there, I used as a highlighter when I first purchased it, and it was amazing. I don't know why I'm doing that, but it was amazing when I used it as a highlighter. So, you know, it has some kind of goodness about it. And I picked it up on the Nars website because they had it for about £11–12, but normally this would cost like £30. No, I would not pay that money. Even for their big eyeshadow palettes, I don't think I would spend that much money. So what I'm going to do actually now is I'm just going to go in between both of the palettes and see if I can do something. Yeah, wish me luck, just because I really don't know what the hell I'm doing. So I'm going to start off with the Kiko one, just because it does have more matte shades, and there's no names on here, so I'm just going to point and use them. So let's go in with this shade just here, and it's kind of like a light tone, like a nude shade, and we're just gonna put it on. I think again this is I don't know if it's patchy, I can't remember. I used it once and I was just like, why did I buy this? It was like a waste of money. What I tend to do, because I'm such a cheapskate, I always buy things that are super cheap and just go, okay, I hope that they work. And then when I use them, I'm kind of like, I wish I'd spent that extra maybe £3 or £4 to have bought something that might have been much better. But you know, I just live and learn, because I try my best to spend what I can on makeup, but I try not to overspend. And especially with like this Nars Orgasm palette, there's no way I would spend that full amount on that palette, just because of how small it is as well, and it's just so tiny. So yeah, I went in with that shade like twice and nothing happened. I'm gonna go in now with, let's just go in with this shade. Yeah, I guess so. I think I'm kind of doing something quite similar to what I did last time, because there's only so much limitation to my imagination. So I'm just going to use it here. And I think this is a bit of an older palette as well, because of how cheap it was. But the thing is, Kiko always have a sale on like in stores and on their website as well. So yeah, they're alright. They have some other nice makeup, like their blush and highlighter I do really like. Look how nothing is happening to this eye. I'm going to try and not make myself frustrated in this palette, but whatever. Well, this makeup look in general. But yeah, I like their water activated eyeshadow. Like I mentioned, it's a shimmer. They're shimmers and they're really good. It took me a long time to realise that it was actually water activated, because when I was using it, I'm like, this is so dry. what is happening? And then I saw online, I was like, oh, you need to add water. And then a year later I was like, oh, that's why it doesn't work, because I'm so freaking stupid that I didn't even read it. But I don't think that they're kind of visibly called the water activated ones. That's what I just call them. Alright, so nothing's happening with this eye look. I'm going to go in with that Nars one now, just to see if I can bring any matte shade, any shimmers. Just falling about. Let's use one of the shades. What we're going to use, I don't think they have names either, so whatever. I'm probably just going to go in with this gold in the middle, because it will just give me something. And the thing is, these shimmers are gorgeous, like there's no doubting that. Like, look how cute that is. But is it worth the money? No freaking way. No way at all. And that's the thing, the shimmer is coming off patchy as well, so it's not even like I glide it and it looks good, because it doesn't. I'm definitely not taking pictures of myself after this one, so I won't be putting up any pictures on my Instagram of this look, because I would just, yeah, people be like, why is she posting these really shit images of herself, which is most of the time, but like just generally today this looks freaking horrible. Like, my foundation just looks not really interesting and not very good, so yeah, I don't like it. Let me just swatch this. At least this is nice enough to, well, to use as a highlighter, so I would definitely, I wouldn't get this palette just for that shade, just to be like, oh yeah, it's a good highlighter, because I'll just buy a decent highlighter from somewhere else. But this is just a simple eye look, because there's just no imagination in these palettes. So let's go on to another product that I absolutely despise, and it's the Urban Decay mascara. I used this, was it my last video or the one before? I can't remember. And it's so clumpy. I was like, why do I keep on using this? And it only cost £10 because it's so small. I think the regular sizes are about £20–25, however expensive mascaras are. But this is so, I don't know, it's like just even putting it on my eyes right now is making me wince, because I just don't like the way it clumps up. I don't know if you can see it. It just, no, I don't like clumps in my mascara. I know a lot of people are like, oh yeah, it makes you look so cool, and I'm like, no. Like, you know, like the 60s, they did a really like clumpy mascara, just so mascara, like the eyelashes would like stick together, but it just looks so horrible. And I try to take off as much excess as I can, but I think because the bristles are weirdly shaped, that they just do not work for me, and I fucking hate this so much. So I'm tempted to throw it away, and because it smells really weird, like I mentioned before, it smells like a medicine that I used to have when I was a kid. I don't know what the medicine was, but it just freaking smells. And so we're gonna go on to lips now. And I have 3 options, just because I wasn't sure which one to use. So one I have is this sheer slick like lipstick thing from Elf. It's just a bit boring. It's kind of like a lip gloss, but not really. It just very transferable, bit boring. And then this Spectrum lipstick in like this really bright pink shade. I mean, it's okay, it just isn't really my cup of tea. The packaging is so cute though, I love that packaging. And then this Ofra liquid lipstick in the shade Ameena. I think when I used this, it just was really patchy. And just, you know, when you reapply a liquid lipstick, it becomes clumpy. So, I mean, I haven't used that Ameena shade in a while, so I might just use that, because we're already at a point where I'm just like, I hate it. I hate everything. So let's get this on pretty quickly. It is so patchy. I don't mind I have another one which is like a red tone, which is not too bad, but I just love darker tones, especially for the autumn, but this is just not really it. Yeah, it's clumpy already, like, It smells nice, but we're not about that right now. Okay, and so the last product is a setting spray, and normally I don't talk about setting sprays much on my videos, but this Pore Professional Super Setter is so bad. I don't know what it is. The spray, it makes it look like the spray goes down. I might turn off my fan and just see if I can show you on camera. So yeah, this is like how it looks, and you know, whatever, but it just doesn't feel like it does anything, and I don't feel anything on my skin. At least the one with the Colourpop one smells like hairspray as well. I might have put too much on, I don't know, but yeah, at least with the Colourpop one, the mist that I talk about, it has a smell to it. You can actually feel it hit you. I don't feel anything with this, like emotionally and physically. I feel nothing. It's just bad, and I got it on sale from, I think, Feel Unique, and I wish I didn't spend more money on them. But yeah, this is my finished look. Everything looks fucking horrible. I think the only thing that might have come out nicely was maybe the blush, because at least that's poking out. The eyes are so boring, the lips are so patchy, the foundation is patchy, my brain is patchy after this video. I'm just exhausted of thinking about makeup that just doesn't work, because all these brands have such amazing products, like they really do, and then they come out with new formulas and they come out with new products that just don't work. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. If any of these products work for you, again, please continue to use them, because it's your money that you spent, and don't really listen to anyone else. This is just my opinion, my humble opinion. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, because I film and upload every time I get a chance to. Don't forget to follow me on any of my social medias, because I'm always active on there. And I hope to see you very soon. Hope you're well, you're healthy, happy, and you're safe. And I'll see you very soon. Bye guys.